Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm excited to present Chicago Building Energy Anomaly Detection System. This platform analyzes energy consumption data from over 17,000 buildings across Chicago to identify energy use outliers and inefficiencies. Let me walk you through how it works with several real-world examples. In our first demonstration, let's examine office buildings. The average energy use intensity, or EUI, for offices across all years is 86. If I set the threshold to 100, we find 62 buildings flagged as anomalies. This represents 7.1% of the total dataset. Now, let's look at hospitals. The average EUI for hospitals is 232. When I raise the threshold to 300, we identify 15 anomalies, which is 1.7% of the dataset. These are facilities using significantly more energy than typical hospitals, which could point to operational inefficiencies or particularly high-intensity medical services. Moving to laboratories, the average EUI here is already high at 371. If I set the threshold to 500, which is well above the average, we find 33 anomalous buildings. That's 3.8% of the dataset. This shows that even within an energy-intensive sector, we can still pinpoint the most extreme energy consumers. What about buildings that are typically very efficient? Consider senior living communities. Their average EUI is below 10. If I set the threshold at 20, no buildings are flagged. However, if I adjust it down to 17, we find 2 anomalies. Finally, let's examine how the system reveals trends over time. If we filter for laboratories with a threshold of 100, we see a clear pattern. In 2014, only 3 buildings were flagged, representing 0.3% of the dataset. By 2019, that number had risen to 21 buildings. This ability to track changes year by year provides valuable insight into evolving energy consumption patterns. The system also provides interactive visualizations. For example, if I set the EUI to 4 for senior living communities, 2 types of graphs appear. The first is an energy consumption density map showing only the 2 qualifying buildings. You can move around the map, zoom in, and navigate to explore geographical details. The second graph displays the distribution of EUI values, and the user can also hover over any bar, reveals specific details about individual buildings. Lastly, all results can be exported directly as a CSV file for further analysis. The exported data includes comprehensive information such as property type and name, address, EUI and GHG intensity values, floor area, total greenhouse gas emissions, anomaly scores, and the data year. This makes it easy for facility managers, analysts, and city planners to conduct deeper investigations or plan targeted interventions. This wraps up my demo. Thank you for your attention.